Here we'll take a look how to show a list of items in a list view, and at the same time you'd be able to search them just like this. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and see how to do that. Okay, well, this basic code shows this UI. Now right over here, inside this class over here, we'll declare a list of maps. Now these are the maps that we want to show over here, and just now you saw it. Okay, now here we have a list, and inside the list we have map. Okay, now we do have string and dynamic because the keys are all string. The values could be dynamic, like here they are all integer, but here they are all strings, and here they are integer again, so that's why the values are dynamic. Now we'll go ahead and show this list over here. To be able to do that, first inside this I'll create a section which is called body. Right over here we want to show this list inside a list view builder, so that's why I'll have list view builder over here. Now as you see, this is my list view builder, and inside this I'm counting users length, and then I'm passing function inside this item builder, and we are showing everything in a card. So we are taking all the users ID as a key, like from here, and then we are using list tile to show the user's ID and a name and age. Okay, now let's go ahead and save it, and this is what we see. Now it doesn't look good, so that's why we are going to wrap this around a padding widget, and here we'll apply padding as 10. Now let's save it. Now it looks a little better. Now we need to create a text field at the top. For this reason, we need to have this list view builder inside a column so that we can insert a text field inside the column as well. Now our list view builder inside this column over here. Now let's go ahead and save it. And we do see an error. So for this reason, we are going to wrap this around another widget, which is called expanded widget. Now let's go ahead and save it, and the error is gone. Okay, so this is the time right over here we are going to insert a text field. Okay, so here I have this text field right at the top, and at the bottom we have a sized box. Now let's save it. Okay, after saving it, we see our search box over here. Of course, we can't directly search this list over here, so we have to go ahead and create a new temporary list, and in that list we would be saving the search result and show over here. So we have to keep the original list. Now for this reason, we'll come at the top, and right below this we'll declare init state function. So here we have this init state function, and we are overriding, and at the same time we created a new list. This list contains map just like the earlier one, and here we declared it as found users because as we search we want to insert the found or search result inside this list. But at the beginning, whatever we have at the top, the original list, we'll save it to this one, and then we'll play with this and we'll show the search result inside this. As we want to type in the text field, we want to show the dynamic result. Now that's why over here we have this onChanged function, and we will apply a function to it, but we don't have this function yet. So we'll go ahead and create this function right over here. Now this is the function that should get called every time we type in something. As you type in, the value would be gotten and give it to or pass it to this function. And this function over here, it will try to check the value, the entered value, whether it's empty or not. Empty, so we use our original list. If there is a value, we try to match the value against our username from the list we had at the beginning. So we'll take value from there and we'll put it in a new variable which is called results. Now since this takes a function, we need to remove the const value from here. Now as we get the newest result, we need to tell our UI that our result is available. To tell the UI, definitely we are going to use setState function to trigger rebuild of the UI, and as we do that, we take the result and set it in this found users. Once again, I said this found users is a temporary list which takes the new result, whatever result is there. It could be empty result or it could be non-empty results. Now let's go ahead and save it, and let's try to search over here, but nothing changes. The reason is because this is holding the newest result, but in our UI code over here, this is the old list that we need to change. So we're going to replace it with found users, and over here, and over here, here, and here, all the available places, we replace them. Now let's go ahead and save it. Now let's try to search for it. So as you see, we search Bob and we say it there. We search Candy, we say it there. We search Ann, we say it there. So we search B and we see a lot of the names with B. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now the basic idea is you have to have two lists. So first you have to have one list for keeping the original value, and you have to have second list for keeping the altered value or the found value or the new values. In your UI section, definitely you have to use the second one, and that's how you create a search list. By the way, if you really want to know how to work this search list for API call, check out my tutorial for e-commerce app.